But you know, you guys know each other now, and it's time to get into some questions. Of course, I cannot lie to you. If a story starts to bring the momentum down, I will stop it lovingly. But I think we have to get into some questions. The questions that I'm talking about, let me see if I can assist. And if we have to go into personal stories, we go into personal stories. The questions are, I have given a lot of information to you guys, and there are some intricacies that we can go over, and I want to start to hear where you're at, because it's great. I mean, you guys are offering each other lovely resources, books and videos and podcasts, and it's lovely to study this stuff. But I'm going to hit you with something. You can do that simultaneously, but if you don't start applying this stuff, nothing's going to change. You're going to be in the theoretical space for the rest of your lives, which is totally fine. But what I will tell you is, as you continue to investigate this information from your perspective, that gap between the higher self and symptomatology is going to get wider, and that pain that you feel gets more intense. Now, there's a paradox to this when we get into the quantum realm, which is sometimes the intensity of the pain that you feel is the precursor to the precipice of change. So I'm going to ask you guys, am I on the right track here, guys? Okay.
Yes.
All right, we're on the right track? Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. So I'm going to ask you a question. Okay. You know this one thing that I always say, hey, let's move from judgment to observation. What am I talking about? I'll look up so I don't. So I'm not like the teacher, like, Jen, what's the deal? I don't know. I'll help. Nobody, listen, let me remind you of something. You cannot get this wrong, yes?
Well, let's start with, just, okay, so something happens, and instead of judging it as wrong or bad, switch from that sense of, oh, I did it wrong again. I can't believe I did this wrong again. Why aren't I just, doing better because I keep, to, oh, this happened again. So it's a different energy.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Who'd like to add more?
Not taking it personally, I think, but
Excellent.
like, just like Erin's saying, like noticing it, but not blaming yourself or making it like,
yourself up. Yeah.
It's not necessarily yourself either. You can do it, you observe other people and the way they act and react.
Yes. Let's not confuse not taking it personally and blaming ourselves, but please do not confuse that with taking accountability. You must take 100% accountability. Don't confuse those two. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't confuse them. Taking anything personally is going to create a density. Taking everything with 100% accountability is going to transform you. This is where it comes. So yes, what are we observing?
Things you don't like.
Things you don't
Or
like?
you do like when you talk about the broccoli, I mean, it's as simple as that. It's like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I like this, I like that, I know what rather than judging it, which is, maybe what most of us did before, or sometimes still do, like, that's ugly, that's fat, that's gross, that's smelly, whatever it is, you don't like, then you just move from it and say, I just don't like it, or I'm not interested in that, but thank you.
Beautiful. You were talking about observation. We're talking about observation. And I don't like the broccoli. Thank you. I don't want it. So that's a gracious way of responding to it. What are you observing?
What you don't like.
Circumstances.
What?
Circumstances, right?
If you want to think about it.
Oh, don't think.
Oh my God.
I like to think about how to do that. Let me think
about not thinking.
Says the teacher. Don't think about it.
Where's the answer to that on the park test?
What's the question? Not sure.
Yeah, I'm not confusing right now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm stirring it up today. We're done with
It's
this.
foggy.
Very.
What's the question again?
What are we observing?
What are we observing?
Your own energy.
Oh,
how you-
separation.
I mean,
We're
how you
observing
feel, your
separation.
feelings.
The universe and what's coming into your vortex around you.
Mirror.
All of these answers are correct. They're incomplete.
What are you observing? Your emotions, your frequency, your own frequency, what you're setting out into the vortex and it's being presented back to you.
Those are all different answers. What we are observing.
She thought she did one. One of those.
What if I just keep something's gotta get.
Something's gonna hit.
I'm
Something will
observing.
stick.
I like
As we
that.
go.
Just fire off like 10 things. Right? One of them's gonna stick.
That was good.
It's like spaghetti coming out of
I
there. I appreciate that.
I tried.
No, it's all good. It's all, you guys, nobody's getting anything incorrect. Nobody's getting anything incorrect. We're observing how it feels.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Really?